Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ash React and today we're going to be reacting. Today we're going to be reacting to Omega, the full Epica album that's just been released on Friday. The comments that you've left on the last video on Once Upon a Nightmare saying that this album is absolutely great has got me so pumped for this, it's unbelievable. There won't be like as much production as there usually is for each track, but I'll add a fire counter up here somewhere for each song that I thought was fire, and I'll give my thoughts on the song after each track, and then at the end we'll just have like a little bit of a music quiz just for the whole album. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into it right now. I'll fast forward through the tracks that I've already listened to. I'll listen to them, but I'll fast forward it on the screen for you guys because I do want to get the full flow of the album. Let's jump straight into it. The first track we've got is Alpha. Here we go. Probably starting off with an instrumental here. Oh. Sounds a bit Eastern. Oh God. Oh, I'm loving this. That was an epic intro. It gives a sense to what the album is gonna feel like. I think it was very full sound. You know, you had your choir in the background and like the orchestra and such. So I think it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be that sort of sound throughout. Cannot wait. So the next song we do have is Abyss of Time, which we've already reacted to on the channel. So I'll fast forward this part for you. But you'll get to see my reaction in about 10 seconds or so. So let's get to it. Fantastic. I haven't actually listened to that song too much since I reacted to it, to be honest. And I don't know why, because it's an absolute banger. I love it when they do like the story time in the middle and then they just go boom right into heavy breakdown. So that's definitely a fire. So the next song, I believe, is The Skeleton Key, and that has got a music video that's been released on the day of the album release, I believe. Alright, so we've got the official music video for Skeleton Key now. So this isn't a song that I've heard yet, so this is going to be brand new on the album. Cannot wait to hear this. Let's get to it. Oh. Sounds haunting. Yeah, so we've got the choir doing like Latin sort of things again. Which is great, gives it that ominous feeling. It looks like this video is quite well produced. It looks like it might have a little bit of a story tied in, so it'd be interesting to see what this is about. Let's jump back in. That caught me off guard, that, because I don't think I've seen someone singing that sort of style before with like the fast speaking sort of singing sort of thing. Interesting. I'm used to it, but belting out notes. It's interesting though. Let's jump back.
In my mind this night again, I am trying to decipher the illusion, so I'll finally ascend. Running round in circles, no direction, without any end to see. Imagine there's a world with all the answers, are they hiding within me? Can we find the lightning that shines inside our minds? Can we fight the dark side we've all been trying to hide?
Nice.
The many sleepless nights, the panic that rewinds, waiting for the sunrise as paradise arrives. The whispers of a liar cursing me inside, my thoughts are all on fire.
Ooh.
Have been staring in the mirror of perception, leaving everything behind. Holding on to sanity before the darkness cuts me like a knife. I am suffocating in a world in which I have to try to feel alive. Can we find the lightning that
I'm gonna jump back into that bit because I love it when she gets into her full notes. Interesting video so far. I'm assuming it's like Little Red Riding Hood. I know that Epica do have themes with fairy tales and such in some of the songs. Absolutely loving Mark's growls on this one. I think he does a fantastic job at growling, to be honest, and I love his old get up as well, his old costume. Very interesting video. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm enjoying the different style of singing that she's doing. I'm not sure what you call it because I am just an ordinary dude when it comes to music. I don't know any technical terms, but it's different than what she usually puts. So let's just jump back.
suffocating in a world in which I have to try to feel alive? Can we find the lightning that shines inside our minds? Can we fight the dark side we've all been trying to hide? The many sleepless nights, the panic that rewinds, waiting for the sunrise as paradise arrives.
Ooh.
Lightning that shines
Hey, dear me.
our minds, a dark side we've all been trying to hide.
Even her voice there, when it just all the sound was cancelled out apart from her, it just reminded me of Rivers, and I cannot wait to get back to that song during this reaction. Brilliant so far, this absolutely brilliant.
Our minds, a dark side we've all been trying to hide. We've all been dancing in the dark. We've all been drifting worlds
Yes!
Can we find the lightning that shines inside our minds? Can we fight the dark side we've all been trying to hide? The many sleepless nights, the panic that rewinds,
Wow. Absolutely love that one, guys. I've heard some people in the comments say that it's a song that grows on them, but I like that instantly, to be honest. If the rest of the album is like this, I'm in for a treat. I thought that was absolutely amazing. Like, I really do love the soft elements and then the hard elements in it as well. So yeah, that's going to be a fire up here somewhere on the fire counter. I doubt you'll see a dire up here, guys. I really do, unless they've done something completely different than what they usually do, and it just doesn't sound good to me. I don't think there's going to be a dire up there. But yeah, what we're going to do now is we are going to jump straight back into the album. So let's get that loaded up. Right, so we've got the album loaded back up now. And we're on track 4, Seal of Soloman. So let's get straight back into it, guys. Ooh. Eastern. Right, so that had a very like Eastern start, didn't it? That was well cool. So Soloman, I know he's some kind of historical figure, maybe a religious figure, I'm not too sure. I don't really keep up with like myths and stories and stuff, which probably is a shame because Epica do quite a few tracks about that, and I'm a bit lost. So if you can fill me in like what the Seal of Soloman is in the comments, that'd be great. Just do it down below, right there in the comments section, and we're just going to rewind this bit and jump back in. Ooh. Go on, Mike. Wow, I'm loving this track. Like, some people did say some tracks were groovy, but I think this is one of them because I'm grooving along to this. Oh my god, I love this.
Will we transform into higher consciousness? For our time is coming. Can we create the efficient harmony?
Right, so I have just picked up on some of the lyrics. I've got them up on the side of the screen, and it says, "Will we transform into higher consciousness? For our time is coming. Can we center the envisioned harmony for our final victory?" Well, that's a really interesting question. What is the higher consciousness? Is that when our brains are going to be uploaded into the digital cloud and we won't have the need for our human body anymore? And when everything's in like the cloud and we're all living in virtual sort of storage units, like, will there be any need for war, and well, there won't be hunger or anything like that? So it's really interesting. I think that's what higher consciousness is going to be. You know, it is going to be our brain data living on servers and such. But if that's if that's what's going to happen, like in I don't know, like 300 years or something, then who's going to look after the servers and such? You know, what if a bloody meteorite just comes flying down on the servers and destroys all our lives? I don't know. That's a question for another time, I guess. So yeah, let's just rewind it and jump back in it. I'm absolutely loving this track, guys. Absolutely loving it.
Is coming. Can we create the efficient harmony for our final victory?
I just got to pause again. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but I've got goosebumps there. My god, that was a good solo. Alright, let's jump straight back in. Right, that song made me unreasonably happy. Like, the sounds in there, like, I don't know what some of the instruments were, because as I've said many times, I'm just an ordinary dude that loves music. I don't know about song structure, I don't know about a lot of instruments, but some of them sounds were eargasmic, as you would call it. Like, I had a joy listening to that. That's my favourite track so far off this album. The ones that I haven't heard anyway, you know, like, I still absolutely love Rivers. This was definitely my favourite track that I've not heard so far. Amazing. Okay, guys, so we're on to track number 5 now, which is Gaia. Gaia's like the god of Earth, is it? Or something like that in some mythologies and some religions. I'm pretty sure, or it is the Earth, or it's the god of Earth. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments with that again for all you mythology heads out there. Right, let's jump into this one. I hope it's as good as the last one. Latin again.
We are the devil in disguise, running away from obligations. Don't look the other way.
Ooh.
Lift off the veil that bounds the night. Try to avert our devastation. Hold your head up high, fight and stand strong.
Right, so I really like the way that she's singing the last line of those verses because it's like in Universal Death God, you know, it's like doo-doo-doo-doo, like separated and like a fast pace. I like that. So I'm digging this so far. Let's just rewind it a bit.
Veil that bounds the night. Try to avert our devastation.
Like here.
Head up high, fight and stand strong. Fire, your spirit has left forever. Those tears that you shed, dear Gaia, it's never too late. Save our souls, arise and create. To rule the world with tyranny will never prize the ways of wisdom. Don't tear the world apart, fight to prolong. The sun keeps shining for us all. Freedom will never fade to shadow. Step into the light, it's where we belong.
Right, so I think I get what the song is about. It's like, you know, Mother Earth is always going to be there, you know. It'll always provide all the things that we need, you know, all the sunlight, you know, and all the food and such that we need. And why are we ruining that with tyranny and fighting wars that don't need to be fought just to expand borders or maintain borders and such? So I think that's where the song's getting at, but I could be completely off base. I think it's saying that Earth is all we need, you know what I mean? We don't need to have all this extra crap where we're fighting over borders and such. But yeah, I could be completely off base. So let's just rewind and jump back in.
Freedom will never fade to shadow. Step into the light, it's where we belong. Gaia, your spirit has left forever. Those tears that you've shed, dear Gaia, it's never too late. Save our souls, arise and create.
Ooh. I like it. Yes! I absolutely love solo, guys. So any solos that we get, I'm just going to pause it after just to reflect on it because I absolutely love it. Let's just rewind that one back to get to the beginning of that solo again.
In the light, the darkness cannot hide. Forever in
Ooh, I like that.
In the night, our vision has gone blind. Time to open up your
Well, I really love this contrast that Simone and Motorcar. I've said it previously a lot of times, but I really do because she's like singing like in, you know, like the brighter messages that, you know, that we need to open our eyes in the light. The darkness cannot hide. So if there's enough lightness, then the darkness cannot survive because it can't hide away and seep into people's souls and whatever. While Mike is like delivering the brutal, harsh lyrics like the world will go up in flames, you know, that the vision has gone blind and such. So it's really, really interesting how they do that, and it's really good to create a story.
Time to open up your eyes. Your spirit has left forever. Those tears that you've shed, dear Gaia, it's never too late. Save our souls, arise and
Oh, damn, that drum fill at the end. God damn, Epica, god damn. Well, that was another great track. Add a fire up there somewhere, Ash. I really did like the story and the lyrical content behind this one, because I could follow along to this one. Other songs I struggle to follow along, but this one, it was quite easy to follow along to, and I really enjoyed it. I could be completely wrong though with what I was saying, so do let me know in the comments below, and let me know what the Latin says as well, because I've no idea what Ikin Atasimo is. So just let me know in the comments, and that'll be interesting. Absolutely loving this album so far. We're 5 tracks in. We've got like maybe 15 minutes left. It's a long album. It's an absolutely amazing album so far. So hopefully the rest of the tracks are as cracking as what we've heard so far. I know that somebody said that like God of Life is the best track on the album. A lot of people have been saying that. I cannot wait to get that one. Let's see what we have next. Oh, the next song is Code of Life. I didn't know that when I was looking at it. So we're going to load that one up now. I hope you guys haven't overhyped me. I really don't, because I am so excited for this track. Right, let's jump into it. Okay. Definitely got an Eastern feel of this one, haven't we? Oh. Sounds like the beginning of a movie, like The Mummy or something. That's some Arabic. Oh my god. I love this. This is absolutely amazing so far. How can this sound so good? It sounds so different as well. Like, I do know that Epica have dabbled in Eastern influences songs in previous songs, but I don't think I've heard many of them. But this sounds so completely different, and it sounds really good at the same time. Like, I'm not used to this. Was that Simone's vocals doing like the Arabic at the beginning? Because I'd be really interested if it was, because that was mesmerising. Let's just rewind it and jump back in.
For eternity, will we abandon the arms of our dear Mother Nature? Seeking to deepen the glass of our wisdom, seeing a wave in the sea of life. Together fallen, we pay the price of greater danger.
Absolutely loving this so far. That background riff is really, really catchy, and it's keeping the hook throughout the song. I absolutely love the Middle Eastern influences as well. Even like the way that she's singing in certain ways, that she's putting out an accent on the end of the words and such, and it's really good. There is a common theme with this album so far in that, you know, like humans are possibly destroying themselves, and they're destroying, like, you know, what's what Mother Nature created. In a sense, it's like our own progress is going to be the end of us. Like, we're all racing to some sort of end goal, but we don't know what the end goal is, really. And they reckon, well, I think Epica is saying that, you know, eventually all that progress is just come crashing down, and, you know, that's going to be it. But who knows? Let's jump back in.
Wave in the sea of life. Together fallen, we pay the price of greater danger. Can we defy the code of life? Is it to be divine? It's the origin of human life.
Oof.
Can we defy the code of life? Is it to be divine? And with the Lord eternal light, we can decide our mother's love. We should obey the wind that's wise. We should not lead astray. For the cloud of life's the only way.
Wow. Wowee. God damn. I can see why everybody's absolutely loving that song. That was brilliant. Like, there was a lot of sounds laid on top of each other, and you could just hear like that chanting in the background, which was absolutely amazing. Like, it felt like it was, you know, like an opening to a movie. It really did. You know, like there were maybe some armies coming together across some sand dunes or something like that. That's just what I was picturing in my head, and it was just absolutely amazing. Once again, the lyrics were great on this one. They had a message about why we're just is the human race basically trying to destroy itself through progressing too fastly, maybe, and such, and destroying what Mother Nature gave them. That seems to be like the general theme. Add a fire up here, Ash, because that was amazing. I'll be honest though, I think I prefer the Seal of Soloman. Like, I really got into the groove of that track, but this track is probably my second favourite so far. Absolutely loved it. So what we're going to do is we are just going to jump straight into the next one. So the next one is Freedom, The Wolves Within. We've already heard this one. It is on the channel if you want to check out the reaction to that. So what we're going to do is we are going to fast forward this one so you'll get to see my reaction again in super speed. This was an absolute banger of a track as well. I love this one. When I did react to it, you'll see if you watch the reaction if you haven't already. This was a very, very catchy one and it got me so excited for the album. Let's jump into it. God damn. Oh, I love that song. It is so damn catchy, honestly. Like, I think that is actually my favourite one where Mark screams, actually. Like, I absolutely love it when it goes, fight! Like, it just gets me pumped up all the time. Like, I want to go run around the block now, to be honest. But yeah, had a fire up here, Ash. Absolutely amazing. Even in super speed, you probably saw me rocking out to that. Absolutely loved it. Alright guys, so we're halfway through the album now. We're on track number 8, which is Kingdom of Heaven 3. Now, a lot of you are going to slaughter me here because I haven't heard Kingdom of Heaven 2 yet. I've heard Kingdom of Heaven 1 and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I said I was going to get round to 2, but I didn't. I didn't have time to get round to it yet. So we are going to listen to 3 before we've listened to 2, sadly. But we will catch up with 2 at one point on the channel. So hopefully I don't miss a large chunk of the story. But you guys can fill me in down in the comments below anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into this one. But if it's anything like the other Kingdom of Heaven track, we're probably looking at a 10-minute plus track here. So let's get to it. Here we go, guys. Windy. Sounds like there's some monks. It could be The Who featuring in the background. That'd be cool. Oh, I can't do it. Oh. Are we getting another Eastern theme track? Now what is that instrument? Is it a flute or something? I said I'm terrible with instruments. Oh. How do they do it, guys? Honestly, I'm absolutely mesmerised by this band. I'm so glad that they got recommended on like during my first 3 videos. I really am. So much of the tracks really do sound like they could be like the focus piece on a movie soundtrack. It's amazing. Chapter 2. Right, guys, gonna have to pause it there because I've just noticed that my battery is about to run out, so we are gonna have to reset that. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Batteries are changed, and we're gonna jump straight back into it.
This water turns to snow. What is above so is below. In time we learn to heal the cells. We can heal ourselves. Use this healing energy. Form a holy trinity. This is the knowledge that we have been searching for.
Alright, chapter 3 now. Oh, nice piano section. Oh, I like that. Very cool, but once again, I don't know mythology. What is the Halls of Amante? Let me know down in the section below. I think we're jumping into chapter 4 now, which is duality. Ooh. Yes! Right, so maybe this chapter, duality, is about maybe, like, you know, all of us that are divided come into one, because it says, together we stand strong, together we are one. And it's saying we are united by nature, our coherences, we are all a part of each other, which is really interesting. So maybe they're saying that, you know, maybe actually thinking about it, thought about combining, you know, the religion and the science side of things, because I think that's what the first Kingdom of Heaven was getting at. Maybe getting them to come together and form like a united bond, maybe, because with religion, who knows, there could be something out there. I don't know. There's no evidence against it. There's no evidence for it, you know. That's why I tend to err on the side of science, because there's actual evidence with that. But you can't prove the unknown, I guess. So yeah, we're going to go into chapter 5 now, I believe it is. The Chikai Boido. No idea what that is, but it says navigating the afterlife realms. So maybe they're going to talk a little bit what what the vision is of it, what it's like to be in heaven and in the afterlife. Let's have a look. Ooh, I like this.
Forge yourself, be ready for the moment of your
What is this song, man? This is like a magnus opus or something, you know, it's epic. I guess they weren't being too full of themselves, were they, when they called themselves Epica, because they knew that the music was going to be epic. But that was like some kind of like, it sounded proggy, then it went into like some sort of like death metal sort of. Speechless really with it. Let's just rewind it back a bit, because I believe we are going into the next chapter now, the power of, the flower of life, sorry. What an epic track that is, guys. Honestly, I can't describe how good that track was. I think it was better than the first one, definitely. I'd have fire up here, Ash, because that was amazing. It was better than the first one. I don't know what Kingdom of Heaven 2 sounds like, but I'm going to go on a limb and I'll probably say this is my favourite one. It seems to be that with trilogies of songs, the last one does seem to be the better one. Like this, for me, Falling in Reverse's Drugs is my favourite. The one that I would say isn't true to that fact is Metallica's Unforgiven. The first Unforgiven is by far easily the favourite one for me. But yeah, that was really interesting. Like, I really do think that they're trying to drive home this point of maybe science and religion coming together instead of fighting each other. Like, I personally, I don't believe in religion, but like I said, it's mainly because of the organised religion. It causes a lot of wars. It really does. Like, if people just had the belief systems and they took the good parts of us and use it to improve themselves or improve their communities, that is absolutely fantastic. And you can see that religion does do a lot of good around the world with that. But then you've got, like, all the dark sides of organised religions with, like, the abusing priest and crusades back in the day and such, where you just go to war and use religion as an excuse to, take territory and things like that. There's too much political power in religion, if you ask me. But the actual concept of religion itself and believing in a higher power isn't awful, Because like I said before, there's nothing to disprove that. So you never know. But really enjoyed that one. There's about 20 minutes left, 23 minutes left. I am a bit concerned that this video is getting a bit long now. It has been recording for 1 hour and 21 minutes. Some parts will be fast forwarded, so that will speed up the time. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to end it here, and we're going to do a part 2, and I'm going to upload it into 2 parts. So the last 20 minutes we're going to finish off in the second part, so make sure you stick around for that. Thank you for watching this far. If you have already, I know I've got a lot of Epica fans that come in regularly and they say hello and we have a chat in the comments, and I'm absolutely appreciative of that. I absolutely love it. I've been loving this album so far. It's been absolutely amazing. It's seriously like the most consistent I've heard how good the tracks have been. There's not been one like dudge yet, if that's what you'd call them. Well, I've never heard an Epica dudge yet, but there hasn't been a track that I felt has been off the mark. I felt like they've all been great. So stick around for part 2, which should be coming later tonight. I'll get that edited later tonight, hopefully a couple of hours after this one. So thank you for watching. Don't remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that big notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I'll stick a link up here for a playlist of Epica reactions, and down here is what YouTube recommends for you. So yeah, we'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.